Hello friends, near and far, dear to my heart. I'm Victoria with Aligned Soul Tarot. This reading will be for Sagittarius and all Sag placements found within your birth chart or wherever you have 9th house influence in your chart. If you are unfamiliar with any of those placements, just know that I offer personalized birth chart readings and synastry relationship readings. These sessions are deeply insightful and offer clarity for all your inquiries. Each session, you get a comprehensive 2-question tarot spread, detailed birth chart notes, where we dive into the hidden archetypes within your birth charts. You also get a private pre-recorded video to reflect on at any given moment on your journey. Please explore these options below in the description box. In this reading, Sag will discuss astrology for your sun and ascendant signs, tarot and oracle messages. Your love reading will be linked in the description box below for March. There always seems to be some crossover, and I highly encourage you to watch both readings for all your placements to get a deeper perspective. Welcome to Pisces season. This is a month of dreams, imagination, and culmination as we plant and sow new seeds into spring. Depending on where you are in the world, these seasonal shifts may look and appear different, but it all reflects change on the cyclical wheel of life. We have a full moon lunar eclipse in Libra to mark this new landscape we are entering. During eclipses, it's very crucial to pay attention to your north and south node positions. So I'm offering a special $20 lunar node reading, focusing in on your natal birth chart lunar nodes and their activation during this 1.5-year cycle. Pisces season really asks us to get in touch and in tune with ourselves, right? This 12th house influence. What have we encountered since the last lunar node activation in October? Pisces wants you to dig deep into the uncomfortably comforting abyss, deepening our connection with ourselves and therefore with others. No strings attached, untethered and free. We may feel a little dreamy, and this is exactly where the magic happens, Sag. So let's get into your March reading. Hey, my Sagittarius friends and followers, how are you doing out there? Welcome to March. So we're going to dive right into the astrology piece. Again, this is specifically for sun and ascendant signs because I use a house system. But if it resonates, it resonates, especially for those that have a stellium, meaning 3 or more planets in Sag. You can, of course, resonate with this. So I highly encourage you to watch for your ascendant sign as well, if it's not the same, right, for this astrology piece, because there's a focal point there. Okay, so Sag, this is Piscean energy. Welcome to Pisces season. We do have some crossover with Aquarius still in some of the planets. Okay, so particularly Venus and Mars in Aquarius is going to be shifting in March. March 11th, we have Venus in Pisces in your 4th house, and then March 22nd we'll have Mars in Pisces, and that will also be in your 4th house. So 3rd, 4th house dynamic. I want to focus on the latter half because I believe in evolutionary astrology. And just like tarot and just like astrology, it's meant to help you look a little bit farther into the future. Not fortune telling, right? But this is just more about being prepared. These are what these readings are really all about, right? So let's look into kind of where you've been, where you're going, right? So 4th house is going to be the staple. It's the foundation. 4th house is the home. Okay, so for some, again, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It could literally mean relocation. But the deeper meaning with the 4th house is our ancestral roots, our lineage, our family. So family matters are at play. Children, your mother specifically is related with the 4th house, but it doesn't have to be, right? If you were adopted, right? Maybe you didn't have a mother, but some sort of maternal figure. You yourself connecting in with your children. Maybe there's something going on around your children, but family in general, okay? Your ancestry, really digging deep into your ancestry, seeing where maybe some karmic cycles are playing out. The 4th house in a birth chart really talks about the first 7 years of our lives, right? And if you know anything about psychology and the way that we develop, right, human development, that part of our life and our adolescence is so important, and it shapes and shifts the way we enter into the world as adults, right? Our love language, our attachment styles, all of this stuff. So there's a lot in the fourth house. Another part, when looking into your birth chart, the fourth house will show how you are in your intimate relationships, your marriages specifically. It can also signify the kind of person you will want to marry. So not for all, but that is kind of a signifier there. So you can see where your fourth house is, and you can see what sign that's in. And sometimes you end up marrying that sign, or you're with someone in that sign, right? There's this compatibility there. But these are just also the characteristics that you take on within the home, kind of what's unseen from the public world, right? We wear many, many hats. Okay, so that's that fourth house influence for you. We also have the new moon in Pisces, fourth house, again, on the 10th. And the big shebang for this month is the lunar eclipse in Libra at the end of the month, March 24th, 25th. With eclipses, there is always this kind of post and pre effects, just like with any retrogrades, right? Eclipses can be radical. So again, preparation, hence why I do these readings, is because I feel like it helps people prepare. The more we know, the more we can understand. And of course, if it doesn't resonate, it might end up resonating after the lunar eclipse, or you're like, oh my God, wow, that makes sense, right? But at least there's some sort of like a seed that's planted in these readings. But of course, the power of free will is always at play, right, Sag? And you know that best. So full moon Libra, lunar eclipse in your 11th house. 11th house is our networks. So there's a lot of these external factors for you with the 4th and 11th house. It's a lot about other people, looking into your dynamics. 11th house is Aquarius energy. It's all about hopes. I'm thinking of like the star card that might show up in your reading, like hopes and wishes, dreams, desires, and how we can create and network with our community to build a better future for ourselves and others, right? When you think about, again, the evolutionary aspect to astrology, you go from the 1st to the 12th. So after the 10th house, which is our achievements and our career, we go into the 11th house, which was, again, how do we stabilize that? Who are the people that we're bringing into our lives that are going to allow us to foster and grow and develop into the person that we're meant to be? Okay, so you're the company you keep, right? That's saying you are the company you keep. It's ringing true for you. So with this eclipse energy, there might be some shifts around that. Maybe something about someone that you thought was an ally, and you're starting to realize maybe there's some incompatibility there. Okay, this could be in work, this could be in intimate partnerships, and it doesn't mean that it has to be like, oh my God, we're breaking up. But you know, for some, that could be the case. But I think it's just a deepening and an awareness, right? Eclipses bring awareness. Sometimes shocking and uncomfortable, but necessary. So let's get into your reading. I'm actually going to be pulling from the 78 Elemental. You are the first this month that I decided to pick this deck, one of my favorite decks. But I'm going to start here with the Wild Unknown archetypes for you to see what Oracle message wants to come through for you, Sag. This is Sag Collective. Okay, you got 3. The Sustainer, the Castle, and the Pilgrim. I've actually never gotten these cards. So I have my handy dandy book here. And I am going to focus on the Sustainer because that is actually standing out the most. And then we're going to see how that might correlate with the other cards. This deck is amazing. I highly encourage you to check it out. The Wild Unknown. Let me show you the booklet here so you can look into it for yourself if you resonate with the messages here, okay? So we have the Sustainer. Right off the bat, with that, you know, sustaining. What do you think about when you're sustaining something? It's like a container when I think of the sustainer, right? Which is showed in this imagery here, like containing something, holding something, something sacred for you, something sustainable with substance, right? It says here, the stainer, which is the second archetype in the trio of existence, works behind the scenes, tending to the tasks. So this is like Virgo energy, the mundane, kind of the day-to-day, you know. I'm getting the message of the chop wood card from the Wisdom of the Oracle, where it's like these mundane tasks that were like, oh my God, does this actually serve me anything? Yes, it does. Even the simplest of things, especially during eclipses, an eclipse month, I should say, the most simplest of measures that you can go to and creating space and time to sustain something. And with that sustainability, it does require also rest, downtime. Because when you think of sustaining something, you know, yes, you might want to be like, go, 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 work, 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 work. But really, that's not the answer here. You need to be able to find that balance to be able to sustain and to like endure, right? I'm getting like 9 of 10 of Wands, like hold on, you know, and not in a way that's toxic, but in a way that shows like what you're passionate about, okay? Also, I'm getting like sustainability. So maybe even like learning about sustainability, how you can sustain yourself, become more independent. And that North Node in Aries, which is being activated, is all about that. It's about being a radical free thinker, right? You're a fire sign. You understand that. And not in like an egoic way, because we have to work through the shadow aspects also of the North Node in Aries, of being kind of like a bully and like my way or the highway. And Sag, you know, that could be a shadow aspect in you too. So it's like sustainability requires also empathy and yeah, sustainability for all, right? Pluto in Aquarius is about, again, the humanitarian, nourishing others, right? The sustainer is at peace in the process of life, knowing there is no start or finish to humble yet meaningful tasks. Okay? And every little thing that you do is creating a wave, a ripple effect. I talked about this in October. I am linking below the October readings because that's the last time that we had an eclipse activation. So I highly encourage you, if you haven't watched that reading, to check that out, okay? And also February. Those 2-month readings, if you haven't watched them, I encourage you to do so. There might be some information there for you. Oh, my doorbell's ringing. Well, I'm not getting to that now. I'm guessing it's a package. The doorbell ringing, though, interesting. How does that connect here? Like, okay, does that message ring true for you? It is common for the sustainer to become overworked, leading to resentment. Their tasks aren't glamorous, and therefore the sustainer rarely receives the credit or attention that they deserve. So it could feel at times that, you know, what you are doing, right, what you are bringing into the world, you might feel lost. You might feel at odds with yourself. You might feel, sorry, Sag, they were persistent. I needed to answer that door. So there might be some sort of, like, there's a persistence here in your energy. Like, you got to answer that call. You got to answer that like sneaking suspicion. There's something there, especially in regards to overworking, which leads to resentment. So there's a balance here, okay? There's definitely a balance between feeling overworked, trapped, or tired. And because, again, we can only do so much to sustain. Like I said in the beginning, we have to take moments of rest and pause in order to continue the good fight, okay? The Castle is here as well, and the Pilgrim. So I'm going to look at the Pilgrim here first, because Castle is also about like creating a space for yourself. Your home, which is the 4th house, interesting. You have that 4th house influence, so definitely something around the home here. And the Pilgrim learns how to adapt and grow from some sort of pilgrimage, right? When we think of pilgrimage, it's about setting off, like kind of the fool's journey, the wanderer, the traveler, the apprentice. So you could be also taking on some sort of apprentice position or internship, mentorship. That's very much the ninth house, which is Sag energy. So there is something about some sort of expansive new opportunity even. It's about adventure. So maybe you are to find that work-play balance is you're like, I need a vacation. Some sort of like retreat even is what I'm getting for you. Retreating away, learning how to find the balance with like how to disconnect and to also still hold that vision. Very clear for you, okay? All right, so let's pull from the 78 Elemental. I love this deck. Oh, what a beautiful deck. I'm actually going to be looking into getting one of the newer ones. They put one out every year, and each card is from a different artist. I love to support artists and creatives. Let's see here for Sagittarius for the month of March. What do we have for them? What is it that they need to know? What is it that they need to see for their highest and greatest good? Sagittarius. Okay. So we have, I'm going to take, just to even the scales here, we have 5 cards. So 5s, again, there's a point of friction. Where the tension lies is where the growth is. My famous saying. One more card, please. So what's the balancing point here? Oh, there it is. The balancing point is, yeah, Spirit's on the bottom. Spirit's here to help you. You know, whatever your beliefs are, you know, it can look and vary for everyone, and there's no shame in that, right? And understanding the dynamic relationship that you can have with Spirit. You could have felt like there was some sort of a disconnection around your heart, especially like your heart chakra here, because the 3 of Swords is present, which therefore creates some sort of resentment, which was showing up in that sustainability card. Okay, so smack dab in the middle here, we have the World with the 5 of Swords. This is that heavier energy. This is that resentment, okay? Holding on to things for like dear life, the World in reverse. You are stepping through to something new, but it does require you to take on some more earth energy. So where do you have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in your chart? You can always get a birth chart reading with me. I offer really comprehensive birth charts readings with tarot. I firmly believe that we need both. You know, I love tarot, but I also love birth chart readings. And I feel like there's a more of a holistic perspective when we can do both together. So just know that you can find those services below. But the advice, the balance, right, was the Queen of Pentacles. So it looks like whether you're male or female, the true core balance that you're going to find here is in your work, right? But again, work that also fosters flow, where it doesn't feel like you're always meeting dead ends and you're maybe being caught up in some toxic environment, even like a work environment is what I'm getting. And also making sure that you are not distracting yourselves from people that might be vindictive, 5 of Swords, so that you can focus in on your work. 8 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles here. You could also be dealing with a earth sign in particular, male or female, specifically a female earth sign that's helping you focus in on some work project. This could be a collaborator of sorts that's helping you. Again, male or female, roles can be reversed, but someone is here, or this is you. Again, the Queen of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles, this is like focused work. This is like, I need to cut out all those loose strings, all those things that are not serving me, you know, the tit for tat, the power struggles, the back and forth. It's a waste of your energy. It's actually causing you to go into this moon energy, which is fear, you know, the void. And of course, we need to go into this moon. We need to understand our moon. But I feel like someone has triggered you with some sort of words here. Knight of Swords, Five of Swords, or this could be you. Could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in particular, that you are finding that's not serving you in some way. You know, it's always a battle. It's always a fight. Constant like power trip is what I'm hearing here. Passive aggressiveness even. This is what's creating that instability. So this is what needs to be worked through in order to get to this more grounded energy, okay? So be careful of your tongue as well, Sag, I have to say that. We are all mirrors. Here's that Fool energy. There's something about a pilgrimage here. Setting off on some sort of new adventure. This could be a new business and idea of yours. And it looks like the Spirit's giving you the go. Don't say stuck or stagnant here. I want to actually clarify that World in reverse, because that signifies a cycle that hasn't reached completion. So it doesn't have to be bad, right? It just means that maybe you're still working through it yet. Three of Pentacles. Maybe there's some like little small ends here and there that you have to work through, you know, settling with someone, some sort of loan even, or grieving the loss of something here. Three of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. Sorting out what kind of options you have in regards to career, love, whatever this might be for you, but there's something that you're having to complete here. Specifically though, I think it is an emotional completion. It's like, yeah, the physical, tangible part of it, maybe that's being let go of slowly in the month of March, maybe not completely, but there's still some sort of like resentment is really the key word to your reading this month. That's where the true release is. That's when you can actually see this cycle complete, right? We want this to be upright, but it's okay that it's here. It's okay that you're in this moment here. You're in a more reflective energy. The moon, I'm not surprised to see that showing up for you because it's Piscean energy, you know, Pisces, Cancer, specifically for me as a reader. We are in Pisces season. Let's see. Yeah, you're looking out to distant horizons. This is Aries energy. North Node in Aries being activated, finding your inspiration, preparing, planning. Yeah, I feel like the World's in reverse because you're planning something still. You are being strategic, which is actually really good. I like that for you. You're not like being impulsive, especially with that Knight of Swords in reverse. This is about like, be careful of impulsive decisions, because that's going to lead to things that are not fulfilling long term. You're being honest, open here. There's success in the future, but you have to be open to it. Taking action, right? The Fool in reverse, yeah. The Fool showed up upright and then it's in reverse in this deck. So it's like not making careless, foolish decisions. You have to plan and strategize this month on how to actually wrap up the loose ends. Okay. Let's pull some advice for you then. I'm going to pull from the Oracles of Echoes from Anatorian. What's some advice for Sag? Rest. The key to sustainability is rest, Sag. Okay? You fought the good fight and you still are. So give yourself a pat on the back for that, okay? It looks like you are accomplishing something, but you have to allow your guides, you know, your ancestors, again, whatever sort of beliefs you have to help you rest. This could be like guided meditations. I know for myself, when I have trouble sleeping or just like decompressing from a really busy day or a lot of worry and fear, I put on a guided meditation. There's a plethora of them online. I'm actually going to link below for you a channel that I really enjoy. But you can always look around and find something that fits you. But I'm going to just help you kind of guide you in that direction if you are dealing with some sort of sleep stuff. Yeah, working through fears, severing something here. Yeah, there's someone that maybe deceived you, specifically in regards to money is what I'm hearing. You're working through that resentment. Yeah, the moon again on the bottom. Something around the full moon, because that is the full moon here, right, in the card. I feel like the full moon is when the healing is. You're going to have maybe some premonition here, spirit guides, Rest on the full moon. You know, a lot of people on the spiritual path, myself included, you know, new moon, full moon rituals. Yes, you don't have to over glorify it though. You don't have to go to a group, you know, and talk for hours about your feelings, and you can literally just take a bath, right? It can be that simple. You can at least just go for a walk. You can easily just have 10 minutes to yourself where you write down some notes. Yeah, you could make it a big ordeal. You could do whatever you want, right? I'm just letting you know it doesn't have to be that over glorified. It can be very simple. The practice of ritual and prayer can be as simple as like writing a song, going for a walk, breathing, watching a 10-minute guided meditation, even just like eating a really healthy meal, lighting a candle, right? You don't have to pat your belly, rub your, you know, what do they say? You know, pat your head, rub your belly, spin around 6 times. Some people might need that. No shame here. You know, I remember when I first started doing tarot, I had this huge, elaborate, like prayer mantra before each reading. I had to call on the 4 elements. And, you know, that was that time and place. But then I became more aligned and more connected, and I didn't feel like I necessarily needed all those things. There are still times when I do, and I listen to that voice, and I listen to it those times when I might need that extra assistance or grounding. Okay, but there's a time and a place. Okay, that's for someone out there. It could be even like making an altar, and it doesn't have to be like this huge ordeal either. It could be like literally a candle, maybe putting out some sort of letter that you write. Oh, I'm getting the message to send you. I'm going to link below. This is for if you do want to practice something that I really liked. I haven't done this in a while for myself, but I really enjoyed it. Again, you're a fire sign, so this could be really beneficial to work with fire. So it's a manifestation ritual that you can do over the course of 30 days. And I'll just link the video below. I'm not going to go into detail here about it, but it's a pretty cool practice, and I enjoyed it. I've done it several times. Okay. Advice for you, Sag. Advice for you, Sag. What do we have for March for Sagittarius? What do they need to know for Sag? Okay. Breathe. Yes. There's a new life. That's that world in reverse. I'm getting that song. There's a new life. There's a new world for me. And I'm feeling good. And I'm feeling good. I'm going to link that for you. And I'm feeling good. Yes. Co-create. Yeah. There's something here. There's a leg up. There's someone, especially an earth sign, okay? If you're dealing with an earth sign, they're definitely someone that you can rely on, okay? Or again, where do you have earth in your chart? That is going to be of assistance for you to look into those energies, and that will help you kind of bridge the gap here. Clean it up. The sustainability again. This is the deck I was talking about with the chop wood. Clean it up is also kind of like chop wood. This is all those loose ends. You know, it might seem mundane. It might seem like, oh my God, I have to do this, like pulling teeth. But this is where the mending is. This is where you are bridging the gap, like I said. Mending something with someone. There's forgiveness here. Again, resentment is so strong. I'm actually going to title that in your reading. Something around resentments. You have to forgive. You have to mend. You have to mend the pieces within you, even if you can't find closure from someone or something, specifically around feeling orphaned, okay? We're going to look more into these cards here in the love reading. I highly encourage you to find that link below for the March love reading. But if this is where we part, I wish you all the best. Happy eclipse and enjoy it, okay? Take care, Sag. Bye for now.